Hey everybody, welcome back. We are going to continue on with our Moonchild mini album. The paper is Moonchild from Prima and Navy cardstock, artisan cardstock from Country Craft Creations. Last time around we finished up our pages, we're starting matting. I've gone ahead, I've finished matting. I figured watching me mat this many pages would be akin to watching paint dry for you. And I'm going to go through and show you all of the mats. And explain what you need to do. However, we still need to do this back inside cover. And as you can see, I've gotten started to save us a little time. I've known pretty much close to the beginning what I wanted to do here on the back. But as we went through this album and it got more and more complex, I kept hearing like Tim Gunn's voice in the back of my head saying, you know, make sure it doesn't look like a float in a parade. But you know, we have holographic glitter. I think it's going to look like a float in a parade no matter what we do. So I'm going to go ahead. So what I've done here on the back is I've matted the back with a full mat. You'll have to measure yours because, you know, once you make your album, the size is not necessarily going to be the same. But my mat was 5.5 by 4.5. And then underneath the mat, I have centered this piece of seam binding, which is going to act as a closure to what we're going to attach next. So get that ready. If you want to wait until you see what you're going to do before you pick your ribbon and all that stuff, that's, you know, that's fine. But this is what you're going to do. Okay, so let me set this aside while I show you the piece that we're going to put there. Okay, so we are going to put this flap. This is a flap. Okay, it's going to flip open. And what happens with this flap, picture it glued down, is it flips up and then it flips out. And then it flaps that way. So you've got plenty of room here for pictures, whatever. All right, it's super easy to make. You need to cut 11 by 8, I believe it is. Let me double check. 8, yes. And if you can see my ruler, you'll see that this, the 8 is kind of long, is a little shy of 8, and that's because I ended up trimming it. And you'll probably end up trimming yours as well. So, after you've cut it, you're going to score at 1/2 inch. This is the 11-inch side. You're going to score at 1/2 inch, and you're going to remove this little section here. So you're left with a tab. Okay? And then you're going to score it. This is 8 inches, so you're going to score it at 4. And then we're going to lose this 1/2 inch, so it's 10.5. So you're going to score it at 5 1/4. Ignoring this. If you want to leave it, well, that'll probably be on there when you actually score it. So 5 3/4. Is that right? Yeah, 5 3/4 from this side. Okay, so we've got a score mark at 5 3/4 on the 11 side, and at 4 inches on the 8. All right. Remove that. This gets folded to the back. Then you're going to fold it, and I folded it both ways several times to get it so that it would move freely. It gets folded this way, so it gets folded from the outside towards where your flap is, and then down. All right? Is that right? Yes. And then go ahead and place your mats. Now, before you do that though, when you do this, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot of layers. The odds of everything lining up just perfect are, you know, if you're really great at folding and scoring and everything, you'll be fine. I'm not. With this many layers, making sure this side is even, it's difficult. So after I folded it, I put it in my big cutter and just trimmed it so it was even, and that's why mine is not exactly 4 inches. It's just a hair shy. Okay? And then you want to mat. This is where it folds in. So you want to mat everything. Be very careful here because it's going to be directional. Things are flipping in different ways. So make sure you get things facing upright. This is the front, the piece that's going to be on the front. All right? So I think it's pretty clear. So we have our flip. We have 4 here and 4 here. Okay? And now this one, when it's open, is upside down, but I'm okay with that because I wanted it right side up when it was closed. If that concerns you, maybe don't choose a directional pattern. Okay, so now you sort of see where we're going with this, right? So we have the base, we have our ribbon, which is going to hold this closed. So I didn't get my ribbon on very straight, but that's okay. And then this is just going to be centered on that lower mat that we put on. And I'm wondering if I should use score tape. I think I will use score tape to attach this down. Get my 3/8 inch score tape. It up to make it a little easier to get the tape on. I'm using score tape instead of art glitter glue just because this looks like it might be tricky to get down, and if I use score tape I can get it off again if I have to. I mean, it's not going to be hard to put it down. It's just going to be hard to put it down straight, especially for somebody like me, who is notorious for getting my mats down crooked. Okay, where am I at? Let's do this in and down. Okay. So we just want to center that on. Now you could put it slightly to the inside, more this way. Just to give yourself a little less bulk to the outer edge, but because of the spine, I prefer to just basically center it. This is not rocket science. Just put it where it looks good to you. And I'm just lifting this up so I can get an idea where I'm at. You know what I'm going to do? I have an idea. Hang on a second. Hang on. Don't go anywhere. I keep these, the things that you pull off when you seal an envelope or the back of the 1-inch score tape or whatever. I use them when I'm making embellishments like paper clips. So I think I'm gonna just tuck that under there while I fool with this. Give myself an extra second. That looks pretty good from here. Okay. Put that there. And this, of course, is showing, but we're going to cover that up with an embellishment when we get to the embellishing stage. You could even just use you know, the edge of the paper that you cut off. Saved a bunch. I don't have one handy, but you know, I've got this little piece right here. Could use something like that. Might even use that. It's perfect size. I've got this little cut apart that I've been not cut apart, but piece left over. You know, I think I'm going to use this though. I kind of like it. I'll put that there so I don't lose it. All right, and then this is going to tie in a bow and hold that closed. You can see now why we left so much space from our spine. Okay, I'll probably trim that shorter at some point, but I like my ribbons a little fluffy. I'm just going to trim the ends of the bow a little bit. Like I said, we'll probably fool around with that a little bit more later. All right, let's go through now and review what we have in the way of mats so you can see what I've done. Again, we're going to do quite a bit more to this cover. And we still have to put the back cover. And notice I put a note to myself, closure, to not forget to attach the ribbon for that. spine. Okay, so here is that triple pocket. Where's my little scrap that I've been using? Put it over. Here, here, and out here is a pocket. And I used a magnet under here. Okay, so on the inside cover, again, you're gonna have to measure your mats because every little, the way you score, the way you fold is gonna affect how the mat goes down and the size of the mat. So just measure and then deduct about 1/4 of an inch on each measurement for your mat. I'll probably put something here, but not much because this is flat. It'll be a flat embellishment of some kind. Okay, this is our flip pocket. This was our belly band, our vertical belly band with the moons, the phases of the moons. Like that. This is a pocket. There's a side pocket here, so we'll make a side pocket insert. There'll be 3 of those. There's another pocket. This is a plain page. We'll do a tuck spot or something there. There is so much going on in this album. We needed a few that were just plain. This is our side pocket with the flap. And that's there. Okay, and this is our fold out. Now here, and you saw it also on the page we just did for the back, I've used pink cardstock for photo mats. That's what I'll be using throughout. And that was just something in my stash. You can use any pink you've got that matches. Unfortunately, Artisan doesn't make a pink. Hope you can see that. Okay, there's those. And then we have the horizontal belly band. We have a double pocket here. Now this mat, if you have not already done this page, mat it first and then put the pocket, because I forgot that because I had put glue here to make the little double pocket, I wasn't going to be able to slide the mat in. So this mat just butts up against that pocket. All right. And then here we have another plain page with there's a side pocket here. Okay. And then here we have another pocket with flap, but this one is a horizontal one. And there's, can you see the mat? All right. And then this is the page that we did together with the flip up. We're going to do some more embellishing here. Here is another little side pocket. This paper clip, we're going to do an embellish something pretty paper clip. And that's holding down this, which we worked on together. And then this is the mat for the cover. And then that's our pop-up with the twist. Okay, put that. These are big, I'm trying to think where I got these giant paper clips. I want to say it was on eBay or someplace like that, but can't remember. But any big clip will do. That's pretty bulky, so you can't really use too small a clip. Then again, we have a little pocket, side pocket, and that's our third side pocket. Another little pocket. This is a plain page. And then this is a flip pocket with the pink, and then the page that we just did. All right, so that is the whole book, less the back cover and the spine, and we have the embellishments to go. So I'm going to pick out something for the back cover. I'm going to use the same pink seam binding. I got this at Country Craft Creations also for my closure. I'm trying to decide. I haven't fully decided what I'm going to put here, but I don't want the bow sitting on the front, so I think I'm going to use my usual closure where I put just a bulldog clasp here. All right, and that you can either attach here on the spine or just on the back, and I'm just going to put it on the back. So let me grab a piece of score tape. And center it on the back. Burnish it down with your finger or a burnishing tool. Okay, and then center your seam binding. Again, I'm just eyeballing this. All right, And then, now I'm not going to fully decide what I'm going to do here because, or how long I'm going to make this, because, let me grab a clasp. We're going to be adding embellishments to this book, so I'm not sure exactly how long I need it to be. All right. But I know I'm not going to need it to be like up there, so all right. So, and I'll probably, depending what I've got in the way of embellishments, I'll probably attach a jewel or a flower or something to this clip, and maybe a bow, something like that, to make it pretty. All right, so these bulldogs have a little, I call them bulldogs, they may have another name, but they have a little hole, so I'm just threading my seam binding through that hole, and then I'm just going to loosely tie a loop here because I'm going to have to adjust it later. Now we need our back cover piece, and that's going to be 4.5. It should be by 5.5. I could actually go a little bit more on that. 4.5 by 5 5/8. Okay, I'm going to cut that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. This is what I've chosen for the back, and this is the spine, which is 2 by 4.5. And I've inked them, and again, I am using Distress Ink Victorian Velvet for the ink on this album. And I'm inking everything, excuse me, coughing, I'm inking everything very lightly. All right, and I'm using my usual art glitter glue to glue these down. And I'm not going to add too much embellishment to the back of this. I may put something on the spine, but I like my, the book is going to be sitting on its back, so you can't do too much. But I may put a label or something on it. Okay, so let me bring this a little closer to myself. Make sure that ribbon is lying flat, and semi-center that. Okay, that looks good. And grab a baby wipe. This is a dry baby wipe that I'm using. And this is my bone folder to really furnish that well. Make sure the glue's spread out. Okay, and you can see it's getting to be a chunky monkey, and it hasn't even had any embellishments added yet. I'm going to pull this to where I can see it. Okay. That's centered. Not great. It's a little crooked. Okay. So now we have all of our matting done. And let me do just a quick review with you again. We're going to add stuff to this front cover. One thing when you're matting with Prima, at least it's not a problem, but the really nice thing about Prima is that you get 4 of each sheet, which is awesome. So you don't have to worry that you're going to use up your favorite paper. But the downside of that is you only get 6 patterns in the collection, 6 different, I should say there's 12 because they're double sides, but you're limited is what I'm saying in what you're getting, so you end up using the same papers over and over and over again. So you can't obsess too much over your mats. You just want to make sure you don't end up with like too much of the same thing next to each other. Unless of course that's what you're going for, like here. Just, again, measure everything, deduct a 1/4 inch from each measurement, and that's how you're going to do your mats. All right. looks pretty good. All right, so short video today. I may post the next one at the same time, so for you maybe it's not over yet. So next we are going to embellish this book. I don't know how long it's going to take. We may be a 2-video thing, one for the cover, one for the rest of the book, or I don't know, we'll see. But the first step that I'm going to take after I finish speaking with you now is cut apart a bunch of the cut aparts on the cut apart sheet, because I know I'm going to use those. And I also have, I think I said I didn't have the ephemera, but I do have the ephemera. And I have these flowers, and I feel like I may have another package of flowers. And see, it's a butterfly. So I'm going to hunt around and see what I've got. That'll go with this book. And then we will get started in the next video. So thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.